Well, hey boys, what a start to the new year. The new song Missing You is out. How's it been?
It's been amazing. Huge start to the year. Like the reception, especially from Canadian radio and you guys specifically, has been incredible. So it's a good 2024 so far.
Yeah, for
We're
sure.
fired
Nate,
up, Frank.
You're on tour right now.
I'm on tour right now. I'm so fired up about the song. Like I got it sent from my management. I heard it for the first time. I was like, this song's an absolute smash banger. I loved it so much right away. So I was so grateful that Frank sent it over to my team and stuff because it felt like the right fit. And then like the other thing too, I don't mean to jump too much into everything right now, but just like I was so like relieved to know like me and Frank like worked on like so many details of this thing, like back and forth a bunch, like, and he was so sweet to like if I was like, hey, we tried doing this and that, he was like, yeah, man, for sure. I'm like, oh my gosh, like you don't even know me and you're being so gracious. But like we spent a lot of time like trying to get this thing right. You know, we changed mixing engineers. We did like all these tweaks, like delay up, delay down, like doubles louder. Like we just like went fully in, and it's just so cool to see it like connect with people and everything. All those little details matter so much, you know, and it's all that 1% stuff, I think, you know.
I prefer that though. Like nothing's worse than when like a singer, like you work with them, it's like, yeah, just do whatever you want. And then like I'm guessing and they're like, oh, maybe like try something different. I like it when someone's specific and like, you know, but as for me, it's like just my to-do list. It's like, hey, these are like the things I need to do, and then it gets done and then we're all happy. I'd rather have to like, I don't know, sure. Like, oh, maybe it's like something's off, but I don't know. Like I like someone specific. You know your voice and you're a rock star, and it's like I love that you know how to make your voice sound even like better than it is naturally. So
But you could have been like, nah, dude, like it sounds good right now. I love this. Like we don't need to go changing things up, you know?
Yeah. No, it's the final product's great.
Yeah, Frank, at the beginning of this year, you and I spoke a lot about the golden era of EDM. And, you know, for those of us who maybe weren't around then or don't know much about that, what is that? Like, how would you describe that?
So like for me, like I love that kind of like Avicii 2013, 2014 era when I got into dance music. And that's like I said, the golden era of what I love to do. Avicii, especially because he had so many country collabs. And I don't know, like I said, like last time I think we met, that like I've been trying to find the right kind of mixture of like EDM and country for like a long time, and hasn't really stuck until this one. Like when Nate jumped on the track, it just took it next level and made it like that perfect mixture of country. His vocals are awesome. Like the drops, that kind of EDM I love. So, well, perfect mixture there.
Yeah, I mean, for the first time when we played it on my show just a couple of weeks ago, a lot of people were asking if it was a remix of a country song. Is that kind of is that the effect you wanted it to have on people? Like,
I do definitely want it to feel a little country, like, and like obviously the production does a bit of that. There's like some like acoustic guitars in there, some electric guitars, then like obviously Nate's voice has a bit of that country feel to it. So I think it all came together in a good way. If people are saying it sounds like a country remix, I'm fine with that because I was going for a bit of a country angle. So
yeah,
it's better than just having someone who has a country voice be slapped onto an EDM track and it feels like out of place, you know?
Yeah. And Nate, we speak about the golden era of EDM. Are we right now in the golden era of country or new country? It's insane.
Honestly, I think country right now is definitely like, it's very reminiscent of the 90s. You know, you had a superstar like Garth Brooks bringing this whole thing to the table and bringing it to the masses and stuff. And I feel like, you know, I feel like we're in that situation again. Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs have really brought in so many people to country who never would have liked it and stuff like that. So I think that everybody wants to be a part of it now, you know, and it's so cool to see that for the genre. I think that there's much further that we're going to go right now, but I'd say that this is the golden era for country. And I think it's partly too, it's like, cause it's doing what, it's kind of doing like you can kind of do whatever you want in country right now. You're able to do, you know, you're able to do pretty much anything that you lean into. There's rock country, there's pop country, there's like hip hop influences in it and stuff now. So it's not just one straight thing. I think that's what makes it so appealing to people.
For sure. Nate, how's the tour been going? I know you've got some Canadian dates coming up. You're going to be in Vancouver, Edmonton, Calgary. It's going to be a lot of fun soon.
Man, I couldn't be more thrilled for the tour. Like it's been going really well. We've sold out like pretty much the whole thing. And everyone's just been so excited and such good energy there and everything. And just getting a chance to meet some of these fans as well has been amazing. We've been doing like really large meet and greets and stuff, which has been really fun. And but then getting up there and like they're singing your songs and and everything's just been so cool. I'm having such a blast. Like, honestly, it's so cool.
When's the meet and greet happening between you guys?
I was supposed to meet him in New York at his show, and my flight got canceled from this weather storm. I think I had to cancel a show in New York, and like that sucked. Not being able to meet Nate sucked. It'll happen soon. I'll have to fly out, and I think I'm actually down. Are you in Nashville in a couple of weeks? I'm down there soon for a show. So
I'm in and out a ton, but I hope to see you, bro. Like, honestly, like I can't believe we haven't met face to face. Like, this is ridiculous. Isn't that weird? Like,
I know we've had so many FaceTime calls, and it's like,
yeah.
I feel like I know you so well, but haven't actually been to the same.
It's a lot more fun in person. I promise you that.
Imagine if you met each other and you were like, "Oh, this isn't going to work."
Yeah. I'm probably catfishing him right now. I'm probably catfishing him. Like, I've got like an AI, like something, you know.
You got that blurry background effect going on. Who knows what's happening back there?
Yeah, who is that in the background? Yeah,
I'll tell you what's back there. A ton of clutter. Like, a ton of clutter. I've got like everybody has a junk drawer. I have a junk table, you know. So everything on my table over here is just like random stuff, and I don't know what to do with it, you know.
So Frank, I mean, I guess it's no spoiler saying that this song will be on the upcoming album. How far into that project are you right now?
I always, every time people ask me this, I keep saying I'm like 80 to 90% done. It's been the same answer for like 6 months because new things keep popping up and things get swapped in and out. But I think Sony's like giving me the hard deadline soon, so. Probably actually like 80 to 90% done. Got to polish up a couple last tracks. With Missing You like already off to such a strong start, I feel like it puts a little pressure on me to make sure everything else stands up to it, which is really hard to do. Nate, you got a pretty good voice. It's hard to make other people sound as good as you. So
you're way too nice, bro. You're way too nice, man. I got a lot of help, you know.
And Frank, are you gonna have like 30 songs on there like Nate did on his album?
No, I think I'm capping it at like 12 actual songs. And like I'm throwing, Sony's like, we like just do 12. It's your first album. You don't want to do too many, but then I'm like throwing like an interlude and like an intro and an outro. So trying to squeeze as many non-track tracks on there as I can. Get that track listing up.
What's it like for you guys when you're trying to get that project finalized and you know the track list and how many songs is going to be in there? How many do you start with and how many do you end up with?
For me, like I started with way too many. I think I cut it down to like 12. And like even then it was like cutting off of that I really, really loved. And I think for like it's obviously a different process for Nate, but for me, there's like songs I write with singers and they're good songs. But I'm like, oh, sorry, like they can't make the cut. And I feel bad like I'm letting other people down. Like I don't know, like it's probably a different animal for when like it's your voice on stuff. And you can always shelve things till later, be like, oh, I can maybe revisit that vocal. But for me, it's like I don't know, it's so hard to cut down tracks when you love like everything you work on.
Dude. It's kind of like, you know, it's a tough thing because it's like, I feel like if there wasn't a deadline, I probably would continuously be swapping things in and out. I'd be overthinking it and keep going. And like, it would never get done. Like I would just like
vocal delays up and down,
vocal delays up and down. Dude, you have no idea. I'm so crazy about those. But Frank knows everything, but it's hard, man. It's hard. Like you just feel like you're like, is that it? Is that it? Like, I feel like I've done everything, at least on my project that's coming. Like, I know that I've done everything in my absolute power to make sure it's exactly what I want. Like, I sat down with the mixing engineer for my stuff, and we went through everything. Right before we went to mastering, I was like, let's do one final thing. And we changed some stuff like there, you know? And then it just went to mastering. I'm like, okay, it's done. It's done. It's been mastered, you know? So here we go.
No, it's such a hard process because like when stuff gets done, like, yeah, it's like your masters are in there submitted, like, it's on Spotify for the rest of time. And it's like there's something you catch afterwards. You're like, you miss. It's like you notice it. Like there'll be little things that's just about to go, and like the very last listen through, I'm like, oh, I caught that. Then you need to tweak it. And everyone's like, this isn't going to make a difference in the track, but if you notice it there, it's like it's there for the rest of the time. Especially like for me, if I'm playing out tracks that like finished as a DJ, like I hear it every time, and I'm like, oh, I wish I caught it.
Well, boys, thank you so much for catching up. The brand new song, Frank Walker, Nate Smith, Missing You. Go stream it now. It's out. If you want to check out Nate Smith on tour, go to natesmithofficial.com for those Canadian dates that are coming up real soon. And check out everything that Frank's up to on frankwalkermusic.com. Frank, get back to work on the new album. Nate, go and tidy up that clutter behind you.
I'll talk to you all soon. Nate,
thank you so much. Good to see you, Frank.